"It's made especially for you," she said, smiling too sweetly, holding the cup too carefully. Her voice stretched the word like taffy. Especially, as if it had meaning, as if I was supposed to feel grateful. Her sister's hand trembled slightly as she handed me the coffee. Everyone was laughing at the dinner table. Roast chicken, a cheap bottle of wine, a birthday that wasn't mine. Just another performance for the family. But the cup, it smelled wrong. Not spoiled, not bitter, just unnatural, chemical. So I smiled, lifted it. Then, while no one was looking, I set it gently in front of her mother's plate, switched it with hers. 1 hour later, the laughter turned to screaming. Her mother was on the floor, seizing, foaming, and no one had touched my cup. 3 days earlier, my wife asked for $150,000. Not for us, for her sister's new business idea. A boutique skincare line made in their kitchen with essential oils and MLM dreams. I told her no, flatly, without guilt. We had a mortgage, a child, a real life. She didn't argue, not the way she usually did, just nodded and walked out of the room. That should have scared me. Instead, I told myself it was over. But then came the family dinner, the forced smiles, the coffee, the way her sister leaned in and whispered, "You're going to love it." The deliberate way they watched me lift the cup. It wasn't just caffeine, it was a message. They thought I was stupid. They thought I wouldn't notice. I played my part, called 911, held the mother's head, screamed like the rest of them. She survived. Barely. The hospital said her system showed signs of poisoning, a rare compound used in low-grade sedatives. Something to calm the nerves, they said. But in a high enough dose, it slows the heart. I stayed quiet, collected every bottle from their house while they were at the hospital. Lavender tinctures, unlabeled jars, tiny vials of oil she swore were handcrafted. I sent them to a lab, privately. In the meantime, I checked my wife's phone. She left it unlocked on the kitchen counter, as if she wanted me to see. Text threads between her and her sister. One line stood out. "He doesn't even have to die. Just scare him. Maybe then he'll change his mind." She didn't want me dead, just weak, just scared enough to sign the check. The lab results came back. One of the vials contained scopolamine, a neurotoxin, used in some parts of the world to sedate victims for robbery, wipe short-term memory, make you pliable. That's what the coffee was meant to do. Not kill me, at least not outright, just knock down my defenses, make me forget why I ever said no. They wanted to convince me that their dream was mine too, that their manipulation was love. And when that didn't work, when I didn't drink, they let someone else take the fall. Collateral damage. She came home 2 nights later, alone, no apologies, no guilt. Just, "How's your mother feeling?" I stared at her for a long time, then slid a manila envelope across the table. Inside, lab results, printed texts, a USB of the dinner recording from the camera I'd placed in the dining room light fixture. Her face didn't move, but her throat pulsed once. "You knew?" I nodded. "And you let her drink it? You handed her the cup," I said. "Not me." Silence. Weighty. Dense. I stood. "The lawyer will contact you tomorrow. The house is in my name. The prenup is airtight. And your sister?" I glanced toward the front door. "She won't be visiting again." "What are you going to do?" she asked, almost breathless. I looked at her, calm. "Nothing. I already did it." She left the next day. No fight, no words. I watched her drive off through the security feed. Didn't bother to wave. The footage of the coffee handoff went anonymously to her mother, who still hasn't returned her calls. Her sister's skincare site? Reported for illegal substances. Domain seized. Bank accounts frozen. I never touched her, never raised my voice, and now she can't even speak my name in her own family without them flinching. I sleep with the windows open now. The house feels quieter, safer. She thought I was too cold to love properly. She was right, but she forgot cold doesn't mean weak. She dosed the wrong man and learned the hard way what poison really tastes like.